welcome back to Movie Monks. Hope you enjoyed last week's episode. Yeah, it's been almost a quarter, I guess, since we did this last. Things happened. I don't know if you want to get into it, Paul, about what went down. Probably not.
Yeah, no.
Alright. I'm Nathan. This is Brother Paul.
As always.
Do we have gong sound effects yet? I forget if that ever happened.
I had one. I can
awesome.
Look for it, but I mean, it's been a couple months.
Alright, I've been going to thrift stores lately, so I'm going to keep my eyes open for a gong. Maybe there'll just be one, and we can record one every week. I'll just have it here, hit it with the mallet, and that'll be the start. It'll probably sound terrible, too, but who cares? Movies. We're just going to talk about movies, because we've seen a lot of stuff, and TV shows, I guess. News, there's nothing. I mean, who cares? Movies. So, what have you been seeing that you want to talk about? And we'll just switch and talk, and stuff will happen.
I kind of don't know really where to start. I saw Drive Angry.
Alright.
I really
Nick
liked
Cage,
it a lot.
Amber Heard is there.
What's that?
Amber Heard was pretty good in it. She's talking tough and punching people.
Yeah, she was actually pretty good, I guess.
David Morse is there. He's got, overalls or something.
There's some really interesting parts in that movie.
What do you mean?
Like the hotel, or the motel, I guess. That whole scene where they bust in.
Well, sex scene / gunfight? Cause,
at the same time?
Well, Shoot 'Em Up did that, to be fair.
Yeah, but... I don't know.
No, it's always cool, and Nick Cage is
Nick Cage, exactly.
He does not disrobe just before a gunfight or something stupid. And he's, drinking mid-fight, which was pretty great.
Yeah.
So, yeah. No, Nick Cage is still pretty awesome. That movie did terribly, though.
Did it?
In theaters. Yeah, it didn't do very well. But,
in theaters, yeah.
Yeah, I went and saw it.
Twice?
Well, once was for review, so I paid one ticket's worth. But then I wrote a review that said, hey, go see it. So hopefully...
you saw it a few times, maybe, if someone read your review and saw it, I guess?
Well, I inspired others, some sort of pyramid scheme or something.
It's kind of what you do.
Yeah, I try. I haven't done a review in quite a while, though. That's going to change soon, but, yeah.
Why is that?
Dude who worked at Beetroot, my editor friend, he quit a while ago, apparently, and just never told me. So it's just I guess assignments just stopped coming my way. Must have done something wrong. And then it was just no, dude, I don't work there. Oh, and then now I've gotten into contact with the new management and doing stuff. So,
right on.
Hopefully I'll get to see Drive before it comes out, but I don't know if I will. But I'm really looking forward to that. Ryan Gosling messing dudes up.
Yeah.
Albert Brooks is an evil gangster. And Christina Hendricks is in it.
Oh, God, I know.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Carey Mulligan, I guess. But, she'll probably cry or something. That's what she does. That's why they pay her. But I guess I'll just say something, because it just leads right into that, if that's okay. I'll just jump all over time. This happened a few days ago. I watched Bronson, the Tom Hardy movie, directed by the same guy, Nicholas Winding Refn, or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Rifn. What do you do with that?
Riffin?
Yeah, I'm just gonna like Griffin, but Riffin.
Exactly.
Maybe. But yeah, kind of interesting movie about a real hot-headed, dangerous convict guy who just kept getting into fights his whole life, based on a true story.
Mm-hmm.
And dude fights dudes a lot and is often naked. So Tom Hardy.
Yeah. No,
yeah,
that's pretty hot.
Inception. Well, it's weird. He's painted all black and stuff, and he's bald, and it's just kind of Atlas or something is maybe what they're going for. Ancient Greek kind of. No, just look at his muscles. Weird, right? And you're just okay. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of an interesting little movie. Not a lot to it, I suppose. It's just dude's angry and he fights dudes, and this movie has lots of style and cool music from time to time.
Makes sense. It's pretty much, my life story, so.
I don't know. Dude's pretty savage, but yeah.
And you're saying I'm not?
I don't know. I've never seen you fight anyone.
All right, bike racks tomorrow.
No, dude.
After school.
I don't want to fight you. You can fight other guys. That would be okay. 6 guys with billy clubs. Then I'll know whether or not.
Only if you have a camera, though. Hey, that'll be the movie.
There you go.
Yep.
It'll look terrible because I have a Flip HD, but
And it'll look terrible because I'll just get beaten pretty much to death. So,
I'm sure
there's
it'll
always
clean up
that.
on YouTube or something.
I'm sure it would find an audience.
I don't know. I guess I haven't typed.
Bum fights found an audience. Do you remember bum
dude
fights?
Gets beat up. I remember Dr. Phil chastising a guy for being part of it. That was
back in like the Napster days or Kazaa.
Yeah,
Do you remember
something.
Kazaa?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For illegal downloading stuff? Like, what do you mean? Like, it was
Like before, like
illegally
YouTube and all
distributed.
this stuff was like big for streaming video. You would have to download stuff, and it was all just by word of mouth. It's like, dude, you have to download bum fights
Oh, okay.
because
I guess Hobo with a Shotgun kind of plays off of some of that in one scene. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
I saw it with you.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm sorry. That was the second time I saw it.
We were together.
Yeah, you were there, and then we walked around the mall and looked at cameras, and then it was like $2,000, oh, and then walked away. But
Oh yeah.
anyway, okay, so I saw Bronson. What's next for you? Or did you see a Nicholas Winding Refn movie that you want to talk about? Because that would bleed in real good.
It would bleed in really good, but well, I was gonna see Valhalla Rising,
Yeah.
but I didn't. So no.
Oh, okay.
I don't have
I
one.
actually started watching it like an hour ago, and then I was like, oh crap, why'd I start watching a 90-minute movie an hour before the podcast? So then I paused it.
How is it? Is it worth seeing so far?
It seemed crazy cool, like based on the first half hour. It's just like Mads Mikkelsen is just this silent dude with one eye, and he just messes dudes up. And it's like, okay, sure, I'll watch this some more. And like, there's not a lot of dialogue in it. This kid's following him around, and he's just kind of like running into various Vikings and stuff, and then just killing them. And he might be from hell. I don't know. It's weird. I'm enjoying it so far, but had to pause that.
Man, I really want to see that now.
No, it seemed really neat, and I heard it was kind of inspired by Kenneth Anger. He's an experimental film director I studied a bit, and that's where the title comes from. Like, Valhalla Rising kind of doesn't really mean anything on its own. It's like a spiritual successor to some of Kenneth Anger's films. I'm trying to delay so I can actually read what one of them. I think one of them's called Lucifer Rising, but
Why does that sound familiar to me?
I don't know.
Hannibal
Maybe.
Rising? That's another one.
That's a movie that does exist. Scorpio Rising, I think, is the one I saw.
Scorpio Rising. That sounds familiar. But, I mean, not
yeah,
that I've seen it.
I think it was like 30 minutes or something. Oh, 28 minutes, yeah. Just like weird use of color and stuff is kind of what I associate with Kenneth Anger, and there's at least one or two scenes so far in the first 30 minutes of Valhalla that's like, oh, yep, there it is. You've clearly seen that movie too. So, yeah.
Cool.
Well,
the movie, I don't know. I saw this terrible movie called Beastly.
Oh, awesome.
Well, by
Why'd
terrible,
you do
I mean
that?
it wasn't good and it wasn't bad. It was
Okay.
very mediocre, and I mean, it was easy to know what was going to happen.
Well, it's Beauty and the Beast, right?
It is Beauty and the Beast.
But with like sick tats.
Yeah, dude's a badass, yo. If I saw him, I'd be scared and attracted to him at the same time.
Who's the main girl?
Which one?
I don't know. I'm just looking at the cast.
Vanessa
and,
Hudgens?
Yeah, is she the main person?
The main one, yeah.
Okay.
Mary Kate Olsen's in it. She's the witch.
Okay.
That curses him.
So, how does it stack up as an adaptation of that story?
What's that?
How does it stack up as a Beauty and the Beast movie? Is it as good as the Disney one?
You know, it's
Should
not.
John Cocteau just
It's
give
not
up?
that bad.
Okay.
If you were a 13-year-old girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not though, so
I'm a 25-year-old man.
So just not all that. Just kind of didn't engage you.
I felt dirty.
Why were you watching it?
It was a lady friend thing idea.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just like on, and you're just like, yeah, okay.
Absolutely not.
This is how I'll spend my time.
Yeah, no. That is not. Because I can think of 100 better things to do with my time than watch a PG-13 version of Beastly starring Vanessa Hudgens. However, it's not the worst, what is it, hour and a half?
86 minutes or something.
Yeah, like a little less than an hour and a half. It's not the worst time I've ever spent. I mean, what's his name is in it? Holy crap, why can I never remember it? Neil Patrick Harris is in it.
Yeah, I saw that on this list.
He's a blind dude. He plays the same character in everything. The wisecracking ass sort of thing guy, you know?
Yeah, I didn't see Smurfs, but I'm assuming something.
Yeah, I will not see that movie.
Yeah, I know. I have mean things to say about Smurfs later, but whatever. Based not on seeing it, but on seeing a movie I can only assume is way better, and parents should be ashamed of themselves. You know what? I'm just gonna have to start talking about it now.
Yeah.
I saw Winnie the Pooh yesterday.
Okay.
And shame on all of you parents that took your kids to any other movie in the month of July or August.
Really?
You're bad. You're bad at your job. You went to the wrong one. You probably should, I don't know, turn them over to the state. Can't turn out any worse. That was a little mean.
No. I mean, I completely agree with you. I hate kids. But,
it's just like, it was just delightful. It was just pure, just like, childhood, innocent, comedy, fun time. Like, just Winnie the Pooh being awesome. The theme song, Zooey Deschanel did, like, a bunch of music for it. And, yeah, just big smile and just like, man, this is great.
I don't know if you knew this about me. I kind of like Zooey Deschanel.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
A lot.
And she sings songs and stuff. I don't really listen to her band, but...
No, me neither.
I have, like, one song from them. But anyway, it was free. It was like a single of the week, and I was like, alright. Oh, this isn't... Alright.
So it's pretty good, huh?
No, it was really good. Like, some of the voice cast obviously had to change because it's 2011, and, you know, it's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
But, Winnie the Pooh sounds the same as I've always remembered him, and he's great. Piglet's great. Tigger's pretty good. Owl is Craig Ferguson, the late night comedian guy.
Yep.
And he plays a pretty major role in what's going on. Basically, they're just looking for Eeyore's tail, and, like, comic mayhem ensues over, like, an hour.
Oh,
and
man,
by that,
he
I
lost
mean...
his tail?
Yeah, he lost his tail.
I bet he was sadder than normal.
Yeah, he's so sad at one point. And
Did
it was
he cry?
Really funny. No, but he just says, like, the most dark, dreary thing I could think of in a G movie. It's just like, wow, good job. I don't know.
What did he say?
Like, they're all in the bottom of a pit, and they're just kind of bummed out, and he's just like, we're all going to die.
No, he didn't.
He does,
You're
and everyone
lying.
just kind of stops. He says we're all going to die.
You're so
and I
lying. There's
hilarious.
no way they would say that in a Winnie the Pooh.
He literally says it, and I was so happy. It was really great.
Oh my god.
They figure it out, of course, and it's all fine, but yeah. There's no real villains, it's just like misunderstandings and, you know, the constant desire for honey and stuff like that. But no, it was pretty great. And there's a little short film up front, which was also pretty good. It's about the Loch Ness Monster, so that's pretty good. And John Cleese narrated the movie proper, and he's a delightful man, so it was nice hearing him. So yeah, that movie made like $25 million, which makes me sad, because, you know, should have done more than that. Smurfs broke $100 million.
Yeah,
that's kind of,
to be fair, like Winnie the Pooh, like who knows about Winnie the Pooh anymore, right? Like I don't know. I guess not enough. I'm not
people.
saying it's like not a crime. I'm just saying.
But who knew about the Smurfs? I'd never watched the Smurfs ever in my entire life.
Because I totally watched the Smurfs more than I did Winnie the Pooh growing up.
Oh, exact opposite for me.
No, like, see, I hated the Smurfs. I'm not saying I liked it and watched it more because I loved it. I watched it more because it was on all the time. Yeah,
okay. Yeah, I don't really know when the proper era of Winnie the Pooh was. Maybe they just missed their window or something, but yeah. They put their best foot forward, though. Like, I mean, effort was done, and it turned out really good, so yeah, I catch it on video or something. Like, the reason I went this week, because I was like, oh man, it's down to like 2 showtimes in the entire city. I gotta go. It was at like 11:45 a.m. I never see movies at that time, but it was the only time.
I was kind of wondering about that the other day when you're like, yeah, I'm about to see Winnie the Pooh, and it was like 10 o'clock.
I know, it was like oh, noon.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm working for the next 10 hours, so that's awesome.
Yeah, it's the only showtime left, at least. Like, I guess because kids in the middle of the day or something, and like parents and stuff. Maybe that's what it is. There was like a handful of people there. There was maybe like a dozen.
It doesn't seem
people.
like the worst time slot.
Yeah, I guess so, but it was the only time slot, so I didn't have any other.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, and I had to drive across town and everything. And then I went to Fat Burger, and it was the worst meal ever. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah,
like, it was like $12.
Yeah,
and it was like Wendy's grade burger.
But they're not bad. It's just for what you pay.
Yeah, you're paying way too much for
for
McDonald's. Yeah, I expected Five Guys burger and fries kind of like experience for $12, and then it was like,
or it's like a gourmet hamburger.
Yeah, that stuff's awesome.
I know.
Go there instead.
Agreed.
But whatever. Nothing to do with movies. Just had to get that somewhere.
Well, it has something to do.
This is the first time I've gotten like a receipt, and I'm like, okay, I gotta leave some feedback. Okay, went home, went to complain, and then it was like, okay. No, maybe I could. I'm gonna write that down. I never Yelp anything, but this is the
I yelped
one
thing, and it was the last property management company I had to deal with because they screwed me out of $600.
Man, okay. I think I tried to Yelp this burrito place one time, but
which one?
Julio Barrios. It's like a bar.
That is not.
But they bill themselves as like
a
Mexican restaurant, right? So I'm like, well, Mexico burritos. I'm gonna order the burrito here, and it was like inside out, and they just put stuff on top of it. It made no sense.
The burrito is like the most American thing ever.
I don't care.
That's
just
like the butter chicken of Mexican food, because butter chicken is not Indian.
Oh, okay. Or like the ginger beef, which was invented here.
Exactly.
Or something.
Like, butter chicken was made invented by Indian people because they know they could charge a lot for cream with spices.
All I know is on their menu, and like, I got way worse than I expected. Like, it was the worst burrito I've ever had, and I paid twice as much as the best burrito I've ever had.
But it was authentic.
No, it was, I don't know what. I'm never going there again.
I'm going to call you Jose from now on.
What was that? Fat Burger stuff? Something? I don't know.
Fat Burger?
Oh, right. I wrote a feedback. Basically, I went to their website, and it was like, I want to complain. Oh, okay, so what happened? Was the staff mean, or was the place dirty? And I was like, no, your food just sucks. Where's the option for that? Oh, okay. And then I just made a suggestion, and it was like, change your entire business model, please. You're not good at being a food franchise. Like, because what else do you do?
Yeah.
Like, it won't change anything, but whatever. I just had to.
You just had to get it off your chest.
Yeah, that's what
are you doing eating at Fat Burger anyway?
It was near the movie theater.
Which
and
movie
I was
theater?
like,
Sunridge?
Sunridge Spectrum, and I was just driving to
There's so many better places around there.
I just noticed it, and I was like, I've heard about this Fat Burger place. I'm gonna go there.
Dude, I could have told you, you're gonna pay $20 for like the worst meat you'll ever taste.
Yeah, like I just looked at it and I was like, no, I've already failed somehow. But they have the seasoning salt, so maybe this will be okay. But
no, it makes it worse somehow.
Yeah, anyway, movies.
Oh,
so,
yeah, right.
Winnie the Pooh was great. That experience did not mar that at all. Check it out if you still can. If I had gone opening weekend, I would have got like 6 Get Glue stickers. So I was really just like, oh,
you would have gotten 6.
Like, they had like character specific ones, and as near as I could tell, the only criteria was like, good job, man, you saw it like day 1. So missed out. I got the box office one, which is, better than nothing, but meh.
Yeah, that sucks. So I finally saw Bridesmaids.
Did you like it?
I really like that movie.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. One of my favorites of this year so far.
I love Kristen Wiig. Like, she's just awesome.
Yeah, she is. I thought you were going to say Chris O'Dowd because you're the big IT crowd guy.
I do like him in that a lot. Their whole chemistry back and forth kind of bothered me.
Oh, with him and her?
She was just a bitch to him.
Yeah, but then she feels bad later.
Yeah, so I guess it's all okay.
No, yeah. Plot-wise, that movie kind of wanders around and does some silly things, but I don't know. There's some solid moments in it.
Mm-hmm.
And John Hamm is just the most perfect, horrible person. Like,
totally, yeah.
Such a douche.
But I kind of loved his character.
Yeah. I enjoyed seeing him in that.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember who else was in it.
Top grossing Apatow movie ever. So Rose Byrne's in it. She's kind of the antagonistic bridesmaid.
Yeah, I guess so. I was gonna
Maya
say
Rudolph.
Really like antagonistic, but
she's like undermining.
No, I totally get you. Yeah.
Yeah. Maya Rudolph is there, who I've never really cared about much, but they're like friends, so they play plausible enough friends.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, yeah. Sorry, I'm talking about it now. What are your thoughts on the film?
Yeah, no. What did they refer to it as? The female hangover?
Yeah, but like way
it's
better.
much better than that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
The Hangover lacks something.
Oh. Yeah.
But we really don't need to get into that and have everybody ever hate us. So,
well, but did I get to talk about Hangover 2 last time?
You did, and we're not going to talk about it again because I'm not going to see it based on your review.
It's just, yeah, but anyway, okay, fine, fair enough.
Terry Crews. I forgot he was in it.
Like, barely, right? He's the fitness guy at the park.
Yeah.
Yeah, but good little scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's good. Box office, sleeper hit of the summer. I don't know.
It was pretty long.
Yeah, they're like 2 hours and change, 2:10 or something.
Yeah, 2 hours.
And at some point, you do kind of feel it in that movie. I think it was during the scene where like
she had her
kind of taunting him in the car.
Showers where I was like, this is going on for a long time.
Oh, okay. Man, yeah, they let some scenes kind of just hang around maybe way too long, but in a way that was like the passing off the microphone thing for like ever.
Yeah, that went on way too long.
Right. Like there's kind of a sweet spot you can eventually get to where if it stays long enough, it becomes really funny. I think that's what they were striving for. But
they totally failed.
No. Yeah.
They totally failed because like I don't get embarrassed in movies that easily. But I was just like, okay, this is really starting to bother me. Like, I got physically embarrassed. I almost face-palmed. Because it's just like, yeah, we get it. Haha. Like, move on. Because if I just picture myself in that situation, that would be the most embarrassing, awkward moment ever.
Well, I think that's what they were going for then.
But
I thought you were saying, like, I'm so numb
funny.
to it now because of British comedy, so I'm just like, no, this isn't even awkward. Like, those people are all friends. It doesn't matter.
But it's not funny.
Yeah, you're right. It's just awkward.
So it's useless. Like, it's throwaway. And I don't know. I didn't like that.
It was only 2 hours and 5 minutes looking at it again on here. But, yeah. No, it definitely lags a bit. Horrible Bosses?
I never ended up seeing it yet.
It's okay.
It's on my list of ones to see, actually.
I forget what I guess my main issue with it is like Kevin Spacey's way too like serious or something. Like he doesn't quite fit the goofiness of the rest of everything. But yeah, there's kind of reason.
Isn't that kind of the point?
Yeah, like he's a little more angry and mean than any of the other bosses, so he does have to kind of take that thankless job of being kind of the antagonist proper, but it just kind of means the movie doesn't really start hitting a stride until like 10 minutes in. And also, I had no idea who Charlie Day was before I saw it, and that guy's funny. So, yeah. I'm going to have to watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia now, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch that too, actually.
Like, I've heard it's really good, and I
know everybody loves it.
It's just not really been on my radar ever, so I'll look into that. But no, it's pretty good. Like, Jason Sudeikis, Jason Bateman, and Charlie Day have just a good time rolling around. And maybe the movie that made me finally end my, like, what is it now, 6 or 7 year, like, just, man, Jamie Foxx sucks, to, like, alright, okay, I'm okay with you living on my planet again. Thanks, buddy.
Whoa.
Like,
why?
What? I didn't like Ray at all, but he's in this movie and he's pretty
okay,
funny.
But why? You know what?
He stole Leo's Oscar.
No, you know what? Whatever.
He stole it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was not okay with that, because Aviator's great, and Ray is not. So, got kind of petty about it, but that's what happened. But, Fair enough, I kind of did a little mini Jamie Foxx revisiting. I watched Collateral again, and I watched Miami Vice.
Collateral's really good.
Yeah, one of those movies is good, one is not. Guess which one?
I never saw Miami Vice. I don't really care to.
It's not very good. There's moments in it.
Didn't you say really like the shots of Miami?
Yeah, it's just like, man, Miami looks awesome, but these people are really boring, and I don't care what happens to them.
Yeah,
but
Colin Farrell. Ugh.
Dude's actually pretty funny in Horrible Bosses as well, and I want to see Fright Night, which is coming out like right around now. But yeah, he's not anything special in that movie. Like, he just looks kind of glum and driving around with his weird long hair.
Hey, you like video games, right?
Yeah.
What do you think of Jamie Foxx as what is he, Kane or Lynch? I think he's Lynch.
If that movie ever actually really happens, because like there was like poster art being thrown around and stuff.
Yeah, but like, I mean, anybody with Photoshop can put poster art up. That's not.
I know, so I'm still not convinced that movie like that could carry a movie. I guess.
No, I'm asking you, what is your opinion on the idea of not that he's going?
Who would he play? Like
Lynch.
Who would he? Oh,
that's who.
Yeah, no, he's not the right kind of crazy. I don't know. I don't think that would work. I'm trying to think who would.
Bruce Willis is Kane.
Yeah, maybe if you flip it. I don't know.
Really?
Like,
because I think Bruce Willis would be a decent Kane.
I don't know. That bandage on his nose or something.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Jason Statham.
Yeah,
throw him in there somewhere.
He fits. He's just an action chameleon. He can just go in anything, and it'll be like, yeah, okay, makes sense enough, I guess. Why not?
I wish I was an action chameleon.
Yeah, Killing Elite doesn't look good, but I want to see it. So that means something. Clive Owen's mustache. Have you seen the trailer?
No.
It's like Robert De Niro, based on true story, apparently. Whatever that means now.
Okay.
And just like, yeah, Clive Owen has to stop Jason Statham at all costs, and they're just running around chasing each other and shooting and stuff. And I was like, all right, why not? Yeah, I'll watch that. I'll pay money and see that on a movie screen. See what happens. And Robert De Niro.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he's back proper.
I don't think he is.
You saw Machete, so let us know what you think of Robert De Niro in that.
Me? Oh.
Yeah, he's got a poncho.
What type of De Niro do you like? Because if it's the De Niro that, like, I think you like from his days where he was in, like, every Scorsese film.
Yeah, I like that
he
one.
has never returned to form.
I think
Machete kind of, like...
I also like the one that directed Good Shepherd, and that was only, like, 5 years ago. So...
Okay, I guess.
Not, he's still got something going on. Still got...
But, like, what?
Good Shepherd, dude. They should make a sequel. He's talking about it.
Yeah, we were talking about that before.
Yeah, I know, like 3 months ago. So, bring it up again. But yeah, I don't know. That Machete's not great. That's all I really want.
I don't like it. Hobo with a Shotgun is better.
Yeah, but
and Drive Angry is better.
Yeah, something about Machete just. I think it's Danny Trejo. He just seems like he's sleeping or something. That was my big problem.
He's not leading man material. He never has been.
Yeah. He's like the eccentric, I got a lot of knives or something. Like
he's just a classic Mexican.
Right.
That's like angry.
He's the only guy. Yeah, it's kind of his lack of screen presence or whatever kind of becomes more apparent.
He does comedy pretty good though.
Really?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Spy Kids, like the Spy Kids films. He's the uncle. It's pretty funny. I guess.
I haven't seen them.
You don't need to. It's okay.
No, I've been meaning to buy them.
Why? What do you do?
Because I want them.
Robert Rodriguez completionist or something?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Shorts. Watch Shorts. It's got a giant booger monster. Don't.
Yeah.
It just sounds bad.
Oh well, can't be worse than Kevin Smith's.
What?
The poo monster.
Oh, right, yeah, that was the most tasteless part of that movie.
Or the shit demon. That was probably the most tasteless part of, like, any of his movies.
Yeah. I haven't seen Red State yet, but,
I'm really looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, the distribution has now gotten to the point where I'm kind of more annoyed with it, because I'm just not going to be able to see it, I don't think, until it's on Blu-ray. Like, is it getting a proper release ever?
It was supposed to, around Halloween, or this time of the year.
Like,
yeah, what the hell's going on?
It's listed on IMDb as, like, October 19th or something. Then I was also seeing news stories coming out about its DVD release details, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to see that in a theater or not. The trailer looked kind of neat, but, yeah. John Goodman's in it.
There's really good people in it, too.
Yeah. Michael Parks and Melissa Leo.
Melissa Leo, yeah.
Yeah. Oscar winner, Melissa Leo.
Oh, yeah.
So, think about that.
Yep.
I'm just gonna. Do you mind if I'm gonna say the worst movies I saw in the last little while.
You're just gonna list them off.
Yeah, Green Lantern, Friends with Benefits, and Transformers: Dark of the Moon.
Okay.
Are there any of those you want me to elaborate on?
No, I kind of don't care.
Okay. I'm just gonna one minor just this has been the first Transformers film that I've actively kind of offended me. Like the other two were harmless, whatever. Mm-hmm. This one I was like, nope, this is anti-movies. I hate this.
Yeah, no,
so,
I heard it's really, really bad. That's why.
Yeah.
I've been asked by the same person to go with her for like a month straight, and every time I was like, yeah, totally, and just ditched out because I realized, like, what am I doing? I'm not going to go see this Transformers movie.
Yeah, no one should. It's just, and everyone did. It made like $1 billion.
But why?
You know?
Why do people do this?
Because you know what? The same reason I went and saw it is it's just like, well, robots are going to do stuff, so I mean that's going to be fun, right? And it's like, no, somehow Michael Bay figured out a way to make that not fun at all. And it's like, oh, that's really weird. So,
but you know what? If
Shia
anyone
LaBeouf,
could do it, actually, you know what? I would say Joel Schumacher could do it. But yeah,
if anyone could do it, it's Rupert Wyatt. But we'll talk about him later.
Oh, great! All right,
yeah. that's like we're getting that stuff out of the way, and then the last like hour and a half is just going to be.
Well, in that case, then Dinner for Schmucks is the worst movie that I've seen this year, easily.
That came out last year.
So. Yeah, but that I've seen this year.
Really? I would never. Like, what is terrible. Your issue? Okay, what's your problem with it? Because Paul Rudd's there.
Okay,
Steve
yeah,
Carell's
Paul Rudd's okay.
So, Jermaine Clement is like,
what's that?
Being weird. Jermaine, he's good.
Jermaine, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you're right.
I don't know.
Fly the Conchords guy.
Yes, him.
He's wearing goat leggings.
He's okay. I don't mind him.
Zach Galifianakis is there. He's got a beard.
I really like Zach Galifianakis in a lot of pretty much everything he does, almost.
So is your issue Bruce Greenwood then, or?
Yeah, that's obviously it.
Well, no, I mean like his character.
Steve Carell.
Oh, okay.
Because I hate Steve Carell.
Really?
Like, I'm just openly going to say now, like, he was annoying at first, and then as it's progressed to this point, I just kind of hate him now.
Okay.
I hate what he's become in movies, and I don't know, he's just a parody of, like, a real human being, and it just annoys the hell out of me. But more than anything, we were kind of discussing this earlier, is I don't like movies that comedy is based on someone griefing another person unintentionally or for, like, giggles sort of thing. Like, it doesn't matter if it's an antagonist, because then you have a versus thing going there, but like specifically when it's like friends griefing each other but they're trying to be helpful but they're just not, that drives me absolutely nuts.
Like, that's just not funny to you at all. That's
I hate
frustrating.
It's frustrating.
Yeah. I know, like, I kind of understand what you mean, but I'm trying to think of like salient examples that kind of further flesh out that idea. Like, I thought of Cable Guy, but you said that's not really the same.
No, it's not
crazy.
The same. Right, and like, the whole basis of that movie is that he's a sociopath.
Right.
So, like, I mean, they don't really get to that point until a little bit later, but he's so out there in that movie that it's not just him, like, doing, like, an oops and then, like, shrugging his shoulders and putting his hands out, like, expecting laughs. It's like, hey, this guy's, like, really sick. Like, he's disturbing.
In Cable Guy.
Yeah.
Whereas in Dinner for Schmucks, you feel Steve Carell's character is kind of just that.
Where he's just like, oh, I'm silly.
But he's being taken advantage of for this idiots thing. So he's sympathetic, you know?
But he is an idiot, and I don't know, like, he's not a funny idiot, he's just annoying because everything he does in that movie screws over Paul Rudd.
I don't even remember what he does exactly that harms Paul Rudd, other than his back being out or something.
His back being out?
Like, the funniest scene is when Paul Rudd's trying to walk and his back is out, and he can't. And he's, like, flailing around and trying to go up a single step, and his...
No, because, like, Paul Rudd was with that girl.
Right.
And, like, something happened, then Steve Carell's character puts into his mind that, like, she's cheating on him, and then it's a whole series of events that, like, makes him lose her, sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
That just...
So he's... Yeah.
Yeah, it just drives me nuts. Yeah, there are parts where you are sympathetic with him, especially when you find out more about Zach Galifianakis' character in relation to his.
Yeah.
But
I thought the mouse thing was just kind of weird. in a way that was kind of like, oh, that's really weird. I don't know.
Yeah,
sad.
is it weird that doesn't bother me?
No, like it's just that like it plays it really cutesy and whatever. It's just kind of strange. Like the opening credits, I thought were kind of amazing.
Yeah,
but
I didn't find it that strange.
Okay,
I found
taxidermy mice.
I found the other people like at the dinner more strange than him.
Oh, all right. There's like a blind swordsman or something.
Chris O'Dowd.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I'll have to watch that again. In
that was kind of amazing because when they found out like what was going on, he's just like openly attacking people with his sword.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of amazing. And that, who is it? The guy with the bird? There's a guy with a bird and a lady that like speaks to dead animals.
Okay. I haven't seen it since the opening weekend, so I don't know.
Yeah, don't bother ever again.
Okay. I didn't dislike it as much as you, but
I'm looking at the cover right now for this movie, and God, I hate him.
Steve Carell? Okay.
Yeah.
Like I did just watch 40-Year-Old Virgin again, and it's not all I remembered. But
that movie played really well when I saw it, because I saw it at midnight with a group of like 18-year-olds and stuff with me.
Right.
So
and I guess they would just think it's hysterical. But
it played really well in the theaters. Not so much. Not so much on DVD.
Yeah, like there's some moments in it, like it's like supporting people, like Seth Rogen's kind of great, and Paul Rudd's pretty great.
Before
like,
Seth Rogen was in everything.
Yeah, and like the main friend though, like Jay or whatever, like he's just irritating. I don't know.
Yeah,
he seems to get more time than everyone else, and yeah, something about it just wasn't that great. Basically, Apatow's directing efforts just aren't like they're kind of his worst movies, like the ones he's involved with. Because I don't really like 40-Year or Knocked Up either. It's just
Knocked Up wasn't bad.
Good.
It had less going for it than probably any of the other ones. I'm trying to remember.
Like, it's just too long. And Funny People like was just like, oh, this just isn't funny. So,
but like, what's it supposed to be? Because I didn't think
it's like pseudo drama at times, but like it's just kind of ill suited to do that. So it's just like,
but like I never thought that was supposed to be funny. Like satirical, maybe.
Just with that cast, you kind of expect you know Jonah Hill and them to be funny, and it's just like no, not so much. It's more like Adam Sandler being kind of lame and like depressing. And Leslie Mann, I don't like Leslie Mann at all.
I can't honestly say I'm a huge fan either.
Knocked Up was the movie that kind of was like, oh no, she's just irritating. Like, just stop putting her in stuff. But it's his wife, so I mean, she's going to be in everything forever. So, yeah.
I mean, she has to do something.
Yeah. Wait, isn't she even in Cable Guy? Now that we're talking about. Yeah.
She's Robin.
Maybe she used to be cool. I don't know.
I haven't seen that in a while. Big Daddy? No, she wasn't cool.
Okay. Just Captain America.
I kind of really want to see it, but I don't care enough to see it in theaters.
It's pretty entertaining. I'm gonna say that it's a pretty entertaining film. Yeah, kind of reminded me of Indiana Jones in a way.
Okay.
It's got that kind of high adventure kind of stuff.
Okay.
And it plays it pretty straight with that stuff, and it's pretty good. And Tommy Lee Jones is pretty great in it, and I haven't seen good Tommy Lee Jones in a little while, so it's kind of refreshing.
Yeah.
And Hugo Weaving, man, that guy is just the perfect villain. He's great. So yeah, it is kind of like much like Thor, I guess. In a way, it's kind of a big commercial for the Avengers, but it kind of stands on its own a lot better.
Can I ask you a spoiler thing?
I guess, but
should we do it after?
Well, no. Like warning, spoilers for Captain America may be happening.
Okay. Basically, the after the credits thing. How do they play that?
Oh wow! Oh, it's just a trailer. It's literally just a trailer.
Oh
yeah, like there's a end of movie thing, but that's on the internet. Like it's like him in modern times because that's what happens to Cap. That's just part of his story. So,
okay, so there's no we found this.
No, there's no. Okay. Yeah.
No. Okay. Like that's all I wanted to know.
Okay. There is some stuff about what's going to happen later, but it's not like that. It's not like the Thor.
Does it have to do with the cosmic cube or whatever?
No.
No.
Although, like, Thor and it do clearly tie together in some very specific ways, which kind of validated me seeing Thor. Because in retrospect, I don't like that movie very
Thor?
much. Yeah, it just kind of
I still say
faded.
that all the parts on Earth pissed me off. Everything else was okay.
Wow, okay, right. And I was like the opposite,
Yeah.
where it was like, I literally don't care about Valhalla anything. Can we just see what's going on like, my planet? And it's just like, nah. So, yeah. I don't know. It's faded a lot in light of a lot of the stuff that came out later in the summer.
Yep. You're like Jack Lemmon, and I'm Walter Matthau. We're the odd couple.
I guess,
we never see eye to eye.
Well, okay. Who's the one that throws the spaghetti at the wall and says, now it's garbage? That's Walter Matthau.
Yeah, I think so. That sounds about right.
Yeah, I haven't seen that since I was a kid.
Yeah.
X-Men First Class, did you like it?
I was intoxicated.
Okay, so it was awesome? I don't know.
It was really bad.
Oh, okay.
I was so bored. But in retrospect, the parts I remember were actually pretty good. I don't know. I really liked everything with Magneto.
Mm-hmm.
All the other stuff was okay at best. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, I've definitely been a little cooler on it than a lot of people. Like, a friend of the show, Sean, was like, "Oh, it's the best one." And it's like, no,
it isn't the best one.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'd probably say it's the second one, best one, but only by default because I don't like X3, and the first one isn't good.
No, the first one isn't good, but 2 is amazing.
2 is amazing, yeah. So this pales in comparison to that.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, they just kind of choose a lackluster roster of heroes. Like, just like, hey, this
and
Banshee.
Villains.
Well, I liked Kevin Bacon's weird, kind of hammy German guy. I thought that was entertaining, but I don't remember who he is. Yeah, he consumes energy or something. And yeah, Magneto kind of has the best bits in the movie. I don't know. Yeah, it wasn't my favorite. I'm not going to voluntarily purchase it at any point, but that I could totally see that being something like someone like, hey, Christmas.
Yeah,
like,
definitely. I can see it too.
Oh, I guess, yeah, I can deal with having this movie on my shelf. Because, like, I bought one X-Men movie, and it was the second one. And then somehow, through people, I ended up with all of them. And I don't feel good about that.
Yeah, especially
except Wolverine, but I don't hate Wolverine.
Yeah.
But I again, didn't voluntarily purchase. I don't own Wolverine, and I've seen it for like $10 on Blu-ray. I'm just like, nope, I don't care. So, yeah.
I don't mind that movie.
No, yeah, it's just a revenge movie with Wolverine, and Hugh Jackman is pretty great, so, I mean, what's your problem, you know? Unless you're a Deadpool freak, I guess.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Origins better than X3.
Oh, yeah.
By far.
It's definitely more entertaining, yeah. I saw Origins at least twice.
Maybe on par with X1?
I really didn't enjoy watching X1, so...
Really? I didn't mind it.
Like, it's just like old now. It's just slow and kind of boring.
So you're saying it doesn't hold up then?
It doesn't hold up at all.
I haven't seen it for a few
just
years
looks lame.
now, so.
Yeah, something about it just really doesn't play. And that line with Storm is just so legendarily bad. It just ruins that movie. You can't... That's the worst one-liner that's ever been said, ever. So, you know, minus 10 points. But then, like, plus 5 for Wolverine. So it's a 5 out of 10.
You have a point. I can't disagree with you.
Anyway, speaking of superheroes, I saw Super. Did you see Super?
I did see Super.
Do you like it?
I love it.
All right.
What do you think of it? I guess.
Oh, I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, just it's about what I expected. I guess I thought it would be even darker, and it isn't. Like, I thought it was way gnarly, crazy, messed up, violent, and it was like, oh, he hits him with a wrench. That was kind of weird.
No,
but I saw that.
It's about what I thought it would be.
Okay.
So I was okay with it. I really like the ending.
Yeah, no. I just kind of like everything they do with Rainn Wilson's character. Like, he has a kind of satisfying
Should we
arc.
talk about the ending? Maybe not?
Maybe not. I mean, it's a small movie, and it never really came out here properly. I guess we'll table that for end of...
Okay, I'll just say I like the tone they ended on, because usually you think it, like, movies end one way.
Wrap up very conventionally or whatever.
And like, in a way, this was conventionally, but not the way you think, and I'm okay with that, I think.
Yeah.
And I really, really like what happens with Ellen Page's character.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking
I
about.
really don't. But...
Because I kind of don't like her.
Oh. Like the actress?
Yeah, well, I mean, I hated her in Juno, so I associate her as Juno.
Oh, okay. Whereas I associate her as what's her name? In Hard Candy? I love Hard Candy.
That was good. Yeah.
And that was kind of my first thing I saw her in, so... what's her character's name? Like Haley or something?
In Hard Candy?
Yeah, it's Haley Stark. Okay. Right. Speaking of kind of offbeat endings that kind of save a movie, can I say that?
Yeah, sure.
Broadcast News.
Okay.
I saw that.
I haven't ever.
It's pretty good. It's a James L. Brooks thing, so it kind of falls into a lot of the kind of cutesy stuff he kind of does.
Mm-hmm.
But it's about newsmen in like the 80s and just kind of
in like a network
journalistic
way?
Integrity and stuff, kind of, but like very romantic comedy kind of infused as part of the central thing. Like William Hurt is pretty great in it. He's a really stupid anchor, but he's like good looking and confident, so he succeeds despite not being smart.
So
but
he's
he
Ron
knows
Burgundy.
that. But like he recognizes his failings and is very transparent about it.
Okay.
Like which totally saved that character from being awful. So I was like, oh man, all right, cool. Like he at least knows he really doesn't know things, and he'll be the first to tell you. And Albert Brooks plays like a really talented reporter and newsman, but like he has no screen presence. Like he's really bad on TV, on camera and stuff.
So
and
really, it's just like any situation in real life.
Well, kind
of.
Like
the two characters, I mean.
Right, like one is very successful because of just kind of who he is, and the other isn't, despite being more talented. And then Holly Hunter's kind of the women they both pine for, and for different reasons, she's kind of interested in both of them. And this movie came out like 4 years ago, so I'm just going to tell you the ending if that's okay, unless you want to see it. Do you want to see it? It is good.
I don't care.
Okay. Well, like, in the same way, like, Super ends kind of not quite like you expect, this kind of did too. Like, it kind of does the... I don't even know what to compare it. Basically, like, the whole movie you're thinking, like, okay, this romantic comedy, she's got to choose one of them.
She doesn't choose
because that's how these go, and then she doesn't choose either.
Okay.
With good reason. And they kind of come up with, like, more creative way to kind of end with those characters. And I was like, alright, good, because... over the course of the movie, like, I really like William Hurt, but, like, his kind of bad journalism thing doesn't jive with her character, so she wouldn't choose him. But Albert Brooks is just kind of a dick. Like, he's just, so mean-spirited and, like, oh, I hate that I suck, but, like, I'm a good newsman, so William Hurt is terrible. And you're like, no, he's not that terrible. He's just different. So, I wasn't a fan of him either, and then, at the end... Fortunately, she didn't just go back to default best friend guy like every other movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But no, pretty solid. Yeah, it's not as scathing as like Network in terms of satire, but there's a bit of that.
But that isn't the basis of it.
Yeah, it's more kind of cute approach to it and stuff, but it's still pretty good. Better than I expected.
So going back to like the superhero thing, I guess, just a little bit. I finally saw The Incredible Hulk, the newer one.
Oh, you hadn't seen that yet?
I hadn't seen it, and I've owned it since it came out.
Alright.
I got around to watching it finally. It's decent, actually. I didn't mind it.
Okay.
Because the reason why I wanted to see it was to watch him and Abomination just, like, beat the hell out of each other. So, I was happy.
I still fondly remember the bit where Tim Roth is kind of just juiced up on super soldier serum.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of running around. Like, that's probably my favorite scene in that movie.
Yeah.
But just in general, I was kind of annoyed that they just kind of downgrade all of Hulk's powers. Because, like, say what you will about the Ang Lee movie, like, dude, that's what Hulk can do. He can jump like that. And it might look silly, but he can jump like that. And here it's like,
in the cartoon,
no, I'm
he
gonna
could fly.
Basically, yeah.
He could fly because he could jump so hard that he could just, like, soar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those scenes in the Ang Lee one still kind of stick in my memory. It's like, that was really cool. And here it's kind of more him kind of scrambling up buildings and stuff. I was like, aw.
Yeah.
Oh. Hulk's better than that, but whatever. Like, I don't know what they're gonna do with the Mark Ruffalo Hulk in Avengers, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited to see what they do.
Yeah, he's in like one frame in that trailer, but whatever.
Okay. Also, I saw L.A. Confidential. That was the same night, so I just.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, I forgot how good that movie is, and it really holds up.
Yeah, it's like borderline. I don't know. It's like one I can't really find faults in. It's like no, it's just kind of perfect. So
just kind of perfect.
Yeah, like there's like
it's
maybe
like,
one moment.
So it's on par with No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, no, I actually started making a list today of movies I deem
Are
more or
almost
less perfect. So yeah, and there's like 11 or something, and it's one of them. So
you should read me that list.
Oh, right, like on the show or someday, because some of them are kind of weird and would require a lot of explaining, and I don't know.
Well, we definitely don't have time for explaining.
Right, we'll get to one of them later today anyway, because it just came out 13 days ago.
Oh,
so
okay,
yeah.
Yeah, we'll wait for that one because you're gonna talk a lot.
Well, we'll see.
Well, I mean, that'll probably be my smoke break, my bathroom break, and then I'll come back and be like, "Yep."
Oh yeah, no, that's totally cool, Nathan. Don't do that. I've been looking for somebody to just like.
I wish.
Yeah,
I wish I could talk to you about it. I've been wanting to see it, and yeah, things have not been working out for me with that movie at all.
Right.
But anyways.
Yeah, like if we dodge around it too long, we'll just have to hit it on the head. So let's move on to something else for now.
Yeah.
Did you want to talk about Super 8?
Yeah, but first I want to say how much I kind of disliked Bad Teacher.
Okay, yeah. Why did you go see it, man?
Bad Teacher, more like bad movie, right? Right?
What?
Oh! He went there.
Yeah. I wonder how many critics had some variant on that.
I wonder how many critics used exactly that.
Yeah. Just like, bad's right in the title. This is perfect. It writes itself.
Yeah.
Done.
Actually, you know what? I totally read a review that said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Why did you want to see it? Are you a Cameron Diaz fan?
I absolutely hate Cameron Diaz.
So you went in the wrong movie theater, friend.
I did not. I did not go in a movie theater.
You hit the wrong link.
That's exactly where. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Okay.
I wanted to watch Horrible Bosses, and I was gonna do. I've been meaning to start writing again.
Mm-hmm.
And I was gonna do like a thing with movies that are like, hey, like Bad Santa, Bad Teacher. You know what I mean? Movies.
Those are the only two I can think of. But
no,
what do you mean? With, like,
there's more of them.
I mean, like a mean-spirited main character? Or
yeah,
what?
Exactly.
Okay.
The whole basis of the movie is a mean-spirited main character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was going to do a thing on that. There was, I think, 2 more. I can't remember. I have it written somewhere, and I'm not going to look for it. But anyways, I sucked it up, and I was like, you know what? I hate Cameron Diaz. I'm kind of not a fan of Justin Timberlake in film.
Yeah, that was my big Friends with Benefits issue, but yeah.
And I'm just trying to remember. There was one other thing this had going.
Jason Segel's pretty good, right?
I don't mind him and stuff. There was one other thing before watching this movie that kind of was like, to me. Maybe it was the whole idea of Bad Teacher.
Or Phyllis being in it.
Yeah, Phyllis sucks. But she's not in it very much.
Okay.
This movie is just terrible. Like, did you see it?
No, I just saw that it made too much money, and I was disappointed in everyone, but yeah.
Cameron Diaz is, like, ready to die. She's old, and she should not be in film anymore.
Does she look old, though? Because in Green Lantern... Green Hornet, rather. She didn't look that old.
I think she looks old. Every time I think of Cameron Diaz, I want to picture her as she was in The Mask. Do you remember that?
And that was... Yeah, it was like 17 years ago.
Yeah.
No, that was...
1990.
Like 94, so that was...
Yeah.
That was a while ago, yeah. 18,
And the problem is, she's not that anymore. And
I didn't like that movie at all, though.
And her...
So...
No. But, like, I like...
The Mask is terrible.
Yeah, it's a bad movie, but she was really attractive in it.
Oh, okay. If you say so,
That's what I'm going for.
Okay.
Oh, my God. Her mouth is too big for her head. She looks shriveled.
Okay.
She's a bad actress. She does stupid parts. Anyways,
I watched Gangs of New York again, and she's in that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of forgot she was there.
Yeah. She's forgettable.
Yeah.
That's another thing I don't like about her.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't like her. This movie pretty much is just like, hey, I'm a teacher. It starts off with like she's a teacher, and then she's like quitting her job or whatever because she's marrying this really rich guy, and then she goes home after her last day at work, and he dumps her or whatever because she's just a gold digger, and then she has to go back to teaching, and like her life is crappy, but now she's a bad teacher. She's always hungover, and she's, you know what I mean. She's not teaching the kids. She's letting them watch movies and stuff like that. Yeah. But the whole time she's just trying to get money for breast enlargement surgery.
Yeah.
That's the premise of the movie.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I saw the trailer.
Yeah, that's the whole movie.
Right.
And then Justin Timberlake's this like well-to-do heir to what is it, like designer watches?
Rolex?
No, I can't remember. It might even be fake.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. But anyways, yeah, and he's really annoying. And then Jason Segel is like the guy that's perfect for her sort of thing. That she keeps overlooking because, you know, he doesn't have money. He's a gym teacher.
Yeah, you have to have one of those in your movies, so.
And
then at the end, it goes really offbeat, and she doesn't choose either of them, right?
Yeah, I'd like to be able to say that because that would be the one redeeming quality. Actually, you know what would be the best ending is that she goes for Justin Timberlake, he dumps her or whatever. Then she goes for Jason Segel, realizing that true love triumphs over everything, and he just tells her to take a hike.
Right.
That would be great. But no, it ends the way you think it would. They like get married, and she's a good teacher, and she loves kids now.
Yeah, I heard the last bit of it was like, really that character shift really doesn't make sense and was not earned at all. But yeah, that's just secondhand for me. But yeah, no, I won't. I'll continue. I'll continue not watching it.
Lucy Punch is kind of okay in it.
I don't really know who that is, but yeah.
She was in Hot Fuzz.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't help you.
No, I've seen Hot Fuzz several times.
She's Eve.
Like the one lady cop?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, then I do know. Okay.
I had to remember too. She's kind of okay in it. She's like this teacher that you find out later on through the dialogue and stuff that she had a breakdown like years ago, and like during her therapy and stuff, she's like always chipper and overly like happy and stuff like that. But like Cameron Diaz's character is slowly cracking her, and she's like,
no, I know who. This is not who I thought the person was, but she's also in there. She's the one that's hanging around with Timothy Dalton the whole movie, right?
Yeah.
And like at the play and stuff and everything and stuff.
Right. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Right. She's not the lady cop, who is pretty funny, but whatever.
The dirty lady cop.
Right. Who keeps making inappropriate, double entendres and stuff. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, her character is kind of okay because you just see her like unraveling at the seams. That's kind of all right.
So the one redeeming factor, you'd say, or Jason Segel and that?
Yeah, probably. Jason Segel's not in it as much as you think he'd be.
Yeah, he wrote it or something, though, right? So
did he?
That's his involvement. I think so. Co-wrote it or something.
That's really too bad. But I think you're wrong.
I want to double check. Well,
go ahead.
I don't know. Are you gonna talk about another one, or should I jump in, and do stuff, or? I just kind of want to run through like the rest of it so that we can get down to business.
Okay, yeah, I'll just end off with Super 8. I saw Super 8. I'm guessing you saw it?
Yeah. I did, yeah.
What did you think of it?
I thought the kids had really good chemistry, which was pretty impressive. Elle Fanning is pretty great in it. Like, she kind of, I don't know.
I'm going to say I hate kid actors. I hate them.
Yeah, I know. Like, this movie kind of does it right somehow, which was pretty impressive.
They were a step down from, like, Stand By Me quality, but they were still pretty good.
Yeah, but, like, kind of a step up from, like, Goonies, you know?
Definitely a step up from Goonies. I think they're in between. If there was, like, a scale, like a Richter scale, and, like, Goonies is the very
kid actor
bottom,
chemistry. Yeah,
and like Stand By Me is the very top. They're probably in the middle.
I guess.
More towards Stand By Me, probably.
Okay.
Well,
I don't have enough as much love for that movie, but it's fair enough.
The character, there's not enough character development, I think, in Super 8.
For some of it, yeah, like
all of them.
Between the main kid and his dad, yeah, there's like one moment in particular that just kind of falls completely flat.
Yeah,
and I was like,
that's the part.
No, this isn't this. Like, you think this is a good moment, and like the music tells me that it is, but it's not. So nice try. I don't know. Like it was.
Wait, okay, which part are you talking about?
I got you. You know, I got you. Just hugging him.
Yeah,
and yeah, you're right. Jason Segel didn't write it, so good for him. It was some other guys. I don't know.
Yeah,
office writers.
Because Jason Segel is actually funny.
Yeah, good. So good. I accidentally slandered Jason Segel's good name. It's taking it back.
Yo, it happens. Let's move
on. Super 8, yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, J.J. Abrams. That first half of that movie is totally J.J. Abrams. The last bit of it is totally Steven Spielberg.
Once the creature shows up?
Pretty much. Like, holy crap. And like the ending, I don't know. Nothing about that feels right to me.
Like it feels less sincere or something. Like
almost like Abrams wrote like the first half up until probably the military base, or like the military like takes everybody out of the town. Everything up to that was totally Abrams. It was this whole like slowly building mystery. You're trying to find out what's going on, and there's character development and blah blah blah. And then after that, it's just like, hey, alien movie.
Steven Spielberg, guys. Woo!
Yeah, so
kind of. I basically had an issue really early in the movie, and I'm just gonna every trailer ever like for this movie, there's that big train accident.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I do. Yeah.
My big sticking point: the dude that was in that truck that got hit is still alive.
Yeah, that was really stupid. Holy crap!
Like as soon as I was they're
not
talking
only
to
that.
him. Yeah,
but that truck is not even wrecked that bad.
Considering what happened to it, I know. It's like, no, trains are really big. I've seen aftermath photos of train accident cars. Like, no, this is impossible.
And he hit it head on.
Yeah, like, they could have done some plot device thing with that in some different way. Like, I don't know.
How does a truck derail a train?
A truck could derail a train, but whoever's in said truck is dead.
That wasn't even like a half ton, though. That was a small truck.
Yeah. I'd like to believe a train would explode real good. Like, that's just movie logic, right?
But anyways,
but like
that whole part was really cool, though. I liked it.
No, it looks crazy awesome, but then, like, yeah, the aftermath of that, I was already kind of like, okay, you've already lost something with me. I don't know. This is not...
The fact that, like, they go into the truck and he's still, like, he's not, like, meat.
Dead. Yeah,
like
it's
meat
like
everywhere.
Oh, he's kind of burnt up a bit, and his arm might be broken. And it's like
I don't think he was even burned.
Hit by a train.
I don't think he was even burned. He was just cut up bad and bruised.
Yeah, it's just, totally baffling. Like it makes no sense at all. So, yeah, so that was my big kind of first thing with that movie, and then it kind of like I still like it, but I didn't want to see it again like a week later. Some people were asking. I was just like, no.
I think the main kid, I don't remember his name. I think it was just Joe.
Mm-hmm.
And Alice, I remember that name. Elle Fanning.
Yeah, they
had good chemistry together.
Like the scene where they're just kind of talking in the dark or whatever was pretty great. Mm-hmm. It was some impressive acting from young people in there, which was probably the film's best asset or whatever. And, the end credits bit, it's pretty funny. It's pretty good. I was happy to see that.
I'm trying to remember it.
The movie they were making, they kind of...
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was a nice little funny note to end on. Yeah. Can I rush through the remainder of things? Or?
Yeah, I have nothing else.
Okay. I rewatched all of Mad Men. It's the best show ever.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say facts here. Game of Thrones is pretty good. It ended really strong.
Okay.
World's Greatest Dad. I watched that. It's Bobcat Goldthwait directed it. It kind of restored a little bit of my faith in Robin Williams. I mean,
you didn't have
it
any?
turns out, if that guy. Well, it kind of fades every time I see him live or doing comedy or being on an awards show.
But see, I like him live better than in movies.
Oh, I can't handle his bombastic attitude. Like, it's just I don't find it funny or amusing. It's just weird. I don't like it. But yeah, this is him kind of playing a dialed down kind of role, and he brings something to it that I found pretty good. I watched Modern Times. It's the Charlie Chaplin movie. It's kind of the last silent movie era, kind of like it ends the silent movie era pretty much. It's pretty entertaining. Charlie Chaplin fan or? Doing stuff. He's got his mustache and stuff. Yeah. 30 Minutes or Less isn't very good, but it's not horrible. I don't know. Kind of middling. Do you like very cursy, angry Danny McBride? Like Eastbound and Down?
I think that's probably the thing he can do better than, like, sincere comedy.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind. So I'm going to tentatively say yes.
Alright, like, you basically need a really high tolerance for that kind of stuff to enjoy this movie at all.
Okay.
And even then, it's not that great. But Aziz Ansari has some good moments.
That guy's
and
really
Eisenberg
funny.
is trying,
I like that guy.
Aziz, yeah, and this movie plays to his kind of, like, hyperactive, high-strung kind of way of
his,
speaking and stuff, and pop culture-y references and stuff. They do some good stuff with that.
Sorry, anyways, I'm more excited
Eisenberg is kind of just mismatched. Yeah, he's a little mismatched to the material. I don't know. It's too zany for kind of what I'm used to with him, and he kind of plays it a little more serious than it should be, I guess. I don't know. Like, he's kind of the center part of probably the worst scene in the movie, which is like an oddly serious kind of talk with his girlfriend while he has the bomb on him. And it's just like, this is like from a different movie. This shouldn't be here right now. This isn't funny. This is just kind of weird and sad.
Has he done anything funny?
I don't know. Not like straight just funny.
Like, I guess Zombieland.
I don't know.
Kind of.
Like, Zombieland is getting close, yeah. And
but he wasn't.
Like, yeah, because like Adventureland is a coming of age like thing, and it's way not funny at times. But
thinking about it, he does a lot of coming of age stuff.
Yeah, like
Zombieland's kind of a coming of age thing too.
Like, yeah, it kind of plays to.
That's kind of his thing.
More serious stuff a little better than this does. Yeah, like this one goes too goofy in the rest of it to the point where he seems kind of out of place. But anyway, all right. So, okay. What's your experience with the Planet of the Apes franchise as a person? Like, what was
as a person,
how did that
as opposed to an ape?
You? Yeah, like. Well, like, I mean, you're right. That made no sense. I'm trying to.
Okay. So
trying to breach this subject because this is why I'm here. So
this is the only reason why we're talking right now.
No, but it's like it's just
okay.
Been stewing up.
If
for
anybody
2 weeks.
listening has seen your Facebook, Tumblr, or anything, they will know that this is the one thing you were really wanting to talk about. Because holy crap!
Right. I'm just gonna say I wrote my will yesterday for the first time in years.
Yeah, which ape?
Orangutan charity.
Really?
Orangutans, yeah.
Okay.
Some percentage of my money, because that's how awesome orangutans are.
Okay.
Put my money.
I disagree with you.
How?
I
don't understand. That's kind of the breaking point.
But
what's wrong with orangutans?
I kind of hate them. I hate them.
Why? They have longer arms than we do. They have bigger faces.
No, trust me.
Amazing.
No, trust me. I get all this. I hate them.
Mm-hmm. Are they too scary? Like,
no, there's something about them
possibility they'll take over.
No, there's something about them that has always bothered me since I was a child. I don't know what it is.
Like, all I can think, like, because my experiences with orangutans growing up was like Jungle Book. You got King Louie being all weird.
Okay.
And Dunstan Checks In, which I saw in theaters.
I hated that.
So you go. Yeah, so if you saw that at the wrong age or something, maybe you've kind of been soured to the orangutan thing. I don't know.
You know what? We're gonna have
this big one.
We're gonna have a whole discussion in a second about monkeys in general, especially in media. However, Going back to the films, if I'm remembering correctly, actually, you're going to correct me anyways. So there was 5 or 6 Planet of the Apes type movies, right? Before like
five.
Okay, so
5 original
hold
ones.
on, I'm just
and
counting
the Tim
them
Burton
in my
remake.
head. There's Planet of the Apes. There was Beneath the Planet of the Apes,
Yep.
which is I remember because it was the most ridiculous idea in my mind ever. There was Escape from the Planet of the Apes, Battle for the Planet of the Apes, and Conquest.
You inverted the order of the last 2, but yeah. Like, Conquest is number 4, Battle's number 5.
Really? I guess in a way that makes
sense.
Yeah. You know what? Anyways, I remember I've seen all of them. I stopped when Tim Burton did it because I hate Tim Burton and I don't like Marky Mark.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. I don't hate Tim Burton, but I'm kind of grown depressed about Tim Burton lately.
Anyways, the first Planet of the Apes, I love that movie.
It's really good.
I really like it. Even when I saw it, I always wanted to kind of like see what happened before that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really excited to see Rise of the Planet of the Apes a lot.
Right, this movie needs to have sequels as well in order to fully realize this amazing kind of idea they have.
So,
but yeah,
it's kind of
exactly
like the Phantom Menace idea, like where there's more stuff happening from that movie to like the original ones. There'll be more in between there.
Right, but like there's a way bigger stretch of time to do stuff in, and like kind of more. They can do with that, yeah.
Understandably so. I just wanted to know basically like this doesn't end where Planet of the Apes would kind of begin, right?
Right. Yeah. No, this is kind of its own thing that could very easily tie into the later stuff.
Because I was thinking about it, and like if that was the case, that's a lot of time they have to fill into a movie. So
yeah, they kind of. They're very effective about plotting stuff in this movie, which is one of the many things I really like about it. But yeah, they kind of go through things just really quickly. There's no wasted time ever. Like, this movie takes place over like a decade, and it kind of just goes right through. You wouldn't even know it, really. It's kind of great. Like, Caesar is born and then like rises to a point of like doing awesome stuff over the course of this movie, and then they successfully develop like a bunch of just kind of mute ape characters like really well, and that's kind of why I'm talking about orangutans, because there's just this big guy Maurice, and it's just just love seeing it happen, because like it's just like the special effects are kind of at that point now where it's kind of blurring the line like enough to the point where it's like, no, this is just real, and it's like bizarre spectacle that you'd never see ever, but because it's apes, it's plausible in some strange way.
Yeah,
so
I was wondering about that because there's no real monkeys, right?
Yeah, they actually got awards and stuff from PETA and stuff because they didn't use any animals ever. Because yeah, you're like orangutans have been traditionally abused in Hollywood forever. Pretty much no, with some of them, yeah. Like, with a lot of it, it's just like, no, it's just a gorilla. It's like, Caesar's a very kind of prominent character, and like, young Caesar, especially as like a baby, it's like, no, that's CG, but I mean, come on. It's not like you could get a baby chimp or whatever, that's just not feasible. But at some point, yeah, I just kind of forgot that I was looking at CG, and it was just like, Andy Serkis's performance was just totally coming through, and it was just like, wow, this is amazing.
That guy's really good.
Yeah, no, he's like, it's just such a weird kind of dilemma because like the Oscars, I don't know if they'll ever like Gollum was amazing too, and they didn't even go far enough to nominate him for that. But now that performance capture is kind of more and more of a thing, I'm wondering if they're just going to make a category for it or like just get over themselves and be like, no, here you go, man, that was amazing. Like, you stole that movie. And like James Franco's in it and stuff. And
did you ever play Enslaved?
Who cares? Like, I did, yeah. And I was actually thinking about playing it again because of this movie.
Because his name's Monkey.
I just want to see
in the movie.
The game,
like rather.
Andy Serkis doing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And there's not enough just straight up monkey games, I've realized. I don't want to oversell it or tell you too much or whatever if you haven't seen it yet.
No, because I'm gonna go see it.
I've done that. I've gotten. Right, and then we can talk about it proper after you've seen it. But like, yeah, it was just a big surprise for me too. Like the trailers, I thought were pretty terrible. Like going in, I had no expectations at all, and then it was just like, oh wow, you just made a really slick, effective movie with this subject matter. That's kind of amazing. Like whether or not it's 100% well executed all the time, which I'd argue it pretty much is. But there's been people making valid criticisms of it. Like it's just kind of the fact that it exists and there's a story about apes rising up and like kind of taking over in a sense, and it's not completely stupid, is kind of just amazing. It's just an amazing fact.
Okay.
So Rupert Wyatt.
But you have to realize they also did that like 40 years ago.
In Conquest?
No, in
Planet. Well, but not with this kind of technology that kind of blurs the lines.
No, but at that time.
Yeah, I mean, even with the original films, it's like, yeah, I guess, but like, well, I don't know, because even then, like, I can't imagine anyone seeing it and just be like, oh no, those are apes. Like, it would be like, no, that's Roddy McDowall doing his best with like award-winning makeup. But there's always that kind of disconnect between this is an ape versus this is just this is a character in a movie about apes that is not real. Like this movie, like arguably, like there's some moments where it's just like, no, this is a little too emotive or whatever. Like that's not something apes do. But like there's moments where it's just like, no, this is just apes right now, and like my mind just forgot about that being impossible and was just totally amazed.
Okay, to be fair, also I haven't seen this, so I can't really criticize your opinion of it at all. Because you might be totally right, and then I'm gonna feel like
I don't even want to like fill your head with too many grandiose notions because I'm bad at doing that. I've already done that to some people, and I've forever marred their perception of it, and I'm sorry
especially
about
since
that.
you've been like watching it every week and talking about it every second day.
Yeah, I know. It's
kind of amazing.
Like,
I don't think I've ever seen you excited.
I've never been this. I can't think any time where I've really been this excited. Like maybe Fellowship of the Ring, because I saw that like 9 times, and so far I'm at 4 times with this. But it's only been 2 weeks, so I don't know where we're gonna go. But
dude, you've been spending a lot of money on this movie.
Well, you go on Tuesdays, man. It's not that expensive.
Oh, but good call.
But you're right. I also bought posters and stuff, and I've been looking for additional merchandise.
You and me should go this weekend.
It's really fantastic. But the weekend movie money, man. I don't have money for that.
No, I have a pass for 2 people that I need to waste.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who else will go with me.
We'll discuss that later. No, I'll go. I'm down to go. It's just more like work stuff and whatever. But I don't want to talk about that.
No, we're not talking about that
on here.
But what I will talk about is I kind of hate monkeys in media.
Oh, okay. Like how they've been kind of condescending.
One of my favorite artists. Well, I mean, Jonathan Colton. Like he uses the idea of monkeys like in his songs a lot. Mm-hmm. And like his album cover, like monkeys aren't funny, and I'm sick of this shit. I'm just sick of it. I don't find them funny. Like they're not little people. They're not cute. They're fucking annoying. I just hate them in media.
Well, I don't find
them
annoying. It's more like I find the attitude towards them kind of just weird. Like it's kind of exploitative.
Apparently to you now it's degrading because monkeys are amazing, but
right. I mean, they are better than us, Paul. You understand that, right? Like they will one day take over.
You know why they're better than us? Because they don't make references to themselves in everything.
Right. They're less narcissistic than we are. So I'm going to write that down.
I hate them.
Do you really hate them, or do you hate what's been done to them?
I hate what's been done to them.
Because, like, I hate MVP and, like, Barefoot Executive and stuff, too. Like, that's, that's just what they've done to them.
But you do know where I'm coming from, then.
No, yeah, movies have, like, Dustin Checks In is kind of awful. Like, it's just like, oh, look at this monkey, it's doing really silly monkey stuff.
But you see, that's why I'm kind of excited to see this movie.
Yeah,
especially by what you've been saying, because this might take how I feel about monkeys and, like, finally portray in film what I have always felt they could be.
Exactly. Like, maybe that's part of, like, this is a bit of revelation, because maybe that's part of what it is. Like, it's just like apes kind of being like, you know what, enough, and it's just on, and you're just like, holy crap.
And I am totally
like,
for that. It worked for black people, it'll work for the apes, man.
Yeah, it's like, it's a full-on, like, revolt, and it's just like, like, you're pumped and kind of, like, simultaneous, like, no, humans are the ones getting wasted, but you know what? We had it coming, man, because we made MVP, so...
And you know what? Good on them.
Time to pay. Yeah, like, it's pretty great at doing that, and I don't know, like, I want sequels to this so badly, like, I'm just, so excited. I'm glad it's really doing well. It's doing really well, too, so... Hooray! A reboot that actually worked. Yeah, the good people are winning this time. I have so much more too that I could just like get on about, but probably best for you to see it and like me to gauge whether or not you're on the same kind of crazy high tier.
Well, I'm thinking
excitement that I am right now.
As soon as I see it, if I see it this weekend, because I'm leaving next week for PAX, right?
Right. We'll just do a special Apes edition. Yeah, we'll just do Rise of the Planet of the Apes spoiler edition.
Okay,
we'll
I'm down for that.
I'm down for that because, like, I've basically worn out some friendships, like, talking about it too much.
Your friends list has gone from like 100 people to like 20.
Yeah, it's just like, dude, you gotta stop. I don't understand you anymore. I thought we were friends.
Dude,
and apparently,
you have a problem.
I bought a zoo membership. I'm going there now, see gorillas and stuff. Like, I was looking up orangutans, like, where's the nearest zoo with orangutans? I don't know where it is. Edmonton doesn't have them. Like, I have to go to San Diego again or something.
I think you would get along with my dad. He loves
Is he a big orangutan fan?
And apes and stuff. Every time we go to, like, the zoo and stuff, I was always more of a fan of, like, like, the tigers and stuff like that were huge and, like, powerful. And, like, he would just be, like, when we go past, like, the grill area, he would just be like, God, they're so powerful and blah, blah, blah. It's like, wow, okay.
And, like, they got opposable thumbs and everything, and they're doing kind of human stuff.
And, like, he would just watch them for, like, hours, if he could.
No, I know. I could totally do that. Like, that's why I bought a membership, basically, is just so I can go and just be like, no, what are the gorillas doing today?
Did you go see the silverbacks in San Diego?
I probably did, but I don't remember. Like, I really wasted that trip. Like, I'm annoyed with myself as a youth. Like, this movie kind of reinvigorated my love of animals.
They are kind of amazing, though. Like, they're huge, and, like, I can see why people say they're majestic, because they're just, like, they act like people. Like, they have families, and they just, like, take care of each other. But, like, when one of those things runs at you, it's scary.
There's some great gorilla moments in this movie as well. Like, every kind of major ape is well represented, and it was something just really kind of uplifting about it.
I don't like chimpanzees.
I don't know. Like, Caesar's great, but like, it's not my favorite kind of aspect of the movie. But there was when I saw Winnie the Pooh, there was actually an ad for Disney Nature's next movie, which is about chimpanzees, and I'm probably gonna go just to kind of see what's really going on with apes nowadays.
Are you gonna rewatch Congo?
I tried rewatching Congo a while ago, but the Netflix version seemed all kind of screwed up. Something was wrong with the sound, and I don't know. I heard Bruce Campbell's in it, and he dies, so I kind of want to just see that again. I heard that's awful, though. But I've definitely been thinking about ape movies again. Like, it's just like, maybe Dunstan checks in, hey, why not? And it's like,
please don't do it.
I might have to. Jason Alexander's in it.
So?
Okay.
That's more of a reason not to watch it.
George Costanza, man.
Yeah, or Shallow Hal, whatever his friend's name was. Yeah,
he's got a tail in that movie. It's really... Alright. On that note...
This has been Movie Monks. Probably the last one, because...
No. What? With the apes, we gotta talk
I can't talk to someone that likes Jason Alexander.
No, I don't. Like, I'm not gonna go to bat for Jason Alexander. It's more just like, that's the thing I remember from that movie. I was like 9 or something. Leave me alone.
Get off my case.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just fiending for anything comparable. I'm probably gonna watch King Kong at some point, because I just like Andy Serkis.
Which one?
The Peter Jackson one.
Why?
Because Andy Serkis, dude! Giant gorilla. He punches 3 T-Rexes out. It's amazing.
Why would you not watch the original?
I've seen it a lot, man.
It's really good.
It's also...
I like it.
It's old, though, now, man. Dude, it's an old movie.
Yeah, but it's so good.
I'm just joking. Yeah, if anyone's a fan of like Willis O'Brien stop motion, like you're talking to him, but yeah, I don't know. I need Andy Serkis apiness right now.
Can I confess something?
All right.
I haven't seen the new King Kong.
Oh, okay.
I own it.
It's crazy entertaining, dude.
On Blu-ray.
It has problems, but I don't know.
Well, it has Naomi Watts. I like her a lot.
She's pretty good, yeah.
I don't like Jack Black that much.
He kind of dials himself down a lot for this one, and Adrian Brody's there.
I love Adrian Brody.
I enjoy Adrian Brody from time to time, but sometimes he's kind of ill-suited to stuff. Like
yeah,
Predators, he's just the wrong man.
But at the same time, I kind of loved him in it.
Okay.
I love that guy.
Like, what are you doing here?
I would eat noodles off of his naked stomach.
All right, and on that note, Adrian Brody, write in, I guess. Can we still write in? Can you still write into the show?
You know what? We're gonna say no right now.
All right.
I'm still getting some other stuff.
We're still
set up.
we're still setting this up again. But hey, we're back. Woo.
Woo.
See you next week, I guess. We gotta go. I gotta go. Conan. So.
Oh yeah, so we have that to look forward to too next time.
Yeah. Thoughts on that later. August, 20th or something.
Yeah, sometime this week.
Yeah.
Yep. It's been good talking to you again.
Oh, did we have a thing? Like, until then, the monastery is closed?
I guess.
There it is. It's kind of like the Ebert thing, but with monasteries.
Okay.
Bye.
Cue the gong.